Make your serve faster with one step. When looking for the perfect serve stance, there are a couple of things that you can look at. Are you going to go pinpoint? Are you going to go platform? What's the best thing for you? How can I get the most power is what we're most concerned with. And what I would suggest is that you want the steadiest base possible. So we're not just going to say, get the steadiest base possible. We're going to give you a trick, a tip, a little exercise you can do to find your strongest position. Most videos are telling you what to do. We're actually going to show you how to do it. This is how to find the best, most powerful stance for your fast first serve. Over to Ben, who's going to take you through the detail.
Which stance should you use when you are serving? Don't listen to anyone who gives you an answer. They don't know you. They haven't done a full, well, unless they've done a full orthopedic assessment, they may well have done, in which case, go for their suggestion. But if you are not sure, this is the perfect way to find out. Now, your brain, your body, very, very clever. And when you leave it to its own devices, will always find the best possible solution. So, to find your strongest stance, your strongest foot position, all you're going to do is find a bench, a step, something fairly tall. You need a nice, I don't know, 50 centimeters, couple of foot drop, and you are just going to step off. You don't think about it, you don't try and do anything, you step off, and when you land, you have a little look down. That is your strongest stance. Decelerating requires lots more strength than accelerating. Fast, sharp, eccentric contraction requires the most nervous system and the most muscle firing energy. So when you jump off the bench, or when you step off the bench, that quick deceleration, your body's going to have to find its strongest position. Look down, that's your stance. This is the best way for you to stand when you're serving. If you find yourself dragging your feet or trying to go for a pinpoint and fiddling around with it, either you are trying to perform someone else's serve, or your body is just telling you, I'm uncomfortable like this. You can do a test. In fact, I suggest you do a test and go and try different widths of stances and find which one is most comfortable. Mark it out, find a bench, step off, and I almost guarantee that's going to be the one you find yourself in. Similarly, if you want to go to the gym and you want to increase your bench press, do the same thing, drop forwards and catch yourself. That position your arms go in will be your strongest position. The reason these are all different is essentially biomechanics, posture, flexibility and strength. My hips are fairly tight, so my stance is actually quite narrow. You'll see loads of pros. I think Kyle Edmund is a great example, someone who seems to have the loosest hips on the tennis tour. He's going to have his just going to have a different stance because his body's going to work in a different way. Obviously, Rafa had that pinpoint really close. I imagine he's a fairly tight guy. No, can't say that. Just for the sake of argument and to prove this, myself, Josh and Joe are all going to jump off of a bench, and you're going to see the 3 different stances we end up with. Like I said, it is entirely up to you. It really doesn't matter. Do not overthink your serve stance. Do not worry, there are no benefits to dragging, there's no benefits to pinpointing, but there are benefits to just standing the most naturally strongest way that you can find. Give it a go, report back.
What a clear and efficient and effective way to find your perfect stance, Ben.
Yeah, the discussion I'm sure we will get in the comments below, and we even just had whilst we were doing it, was how do some players end up in pinpoint? That can't possibly be your strongest position. And it isn't, but it might be your most comfortable. This isn't where I'm not saying you should 100% definitely serve in this position. We're saying it is your strongest and is a very good point to start if you want more speed and power. That's essentially the point.
Yeah.
You could also argue that there's a lot of pros who would have benefited from a slightly faster serve and maybe should have tried it.
Yeah, I having done this drill some time ago, I moved from having a sort of drag to pinpoint serve into platform because I found something that was a little bit more steady for me, or something that I felt was more comfortable. Having tried to be like Federer and failed, unsurprisingly, I shifted my feet in slightly and found something that was comfortable for me, reducing noise in the machine, keeping it very, very simple with that stance that I now use.
Yes, difficult to do this when Josh is practicing these different stances just behind the camera,
Yes.
isn't it? If only you guys could see what's happening behind. It's balletic.
It's quite a show.
Anyway, we have a whole course full of tips and tricks and hang on, I'm not going to undersell it. We've got a whole course of revolutionary, game-changing, paradigm-shifting content that's going to make your serve much faster. And all you got to do is click the link below.
We're going to guarantee that it's going to make your serve faster. And if it doesn't make your serve faster, well, you're either doing it wrong. But if you're not doing it wrong and you can prove it, we'll give you your money back.
There you go. What an offer. Thank you very much for watching. As usual, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you'll never miss a thing from PH Tennis. There's this spider on the camera, isn't there?
Yeah, some sort of beast.